Welcome back. I am Dr. Bo Beard. Got a little pause there because it's been a while. And today I'm going over my supplementation routine. I get a lot of questions about this in the office, so I figured there'd be questions out there. And before we get started, I'm gonna take all these supplements. So let's get this going here. Just a handful, right? See if we can do it in one go. This will be embarrassing if I can't. All right. So, first of all, want to make sure that we're clear that supplements are, in fact, called a supplement because they are a supplement to a, hopefully, healthy diet. But even with our best attempts, a healthy diet nowadays is not that awesome because a lot of the foods that we're eating, even if we're eating organic veggies and getting, all natural, no hormone, grass-fed meat, and it's, coming from magical unicorn land, stuff's just not the same as it was, and you always don't know what you're getting. So that being said, I'm going to go through my routine, what I take, when I take it, and also why I take it. So first and foremost, and I don't have necessarily a brand affiliation, definitely not sponsored by anybody. We just use Thorne because of the fact that we know where the sourcing comes from due to the white papers. Also, easily accessible to our patients, so you can set up an account. So if you want to set up an account, hit me up. You can do a virtual consult with me, or we can set up a Thorne account so you can get a discount on Thorne and get it direct shipped to you. So vitamin C, why? Well, I've got a hat on, so you can't see a whole lot of it, but as we age, as we get a little more stressed, the oxidative effect on our system is the reason that we age and we get, blips in genetic replication, and having antioxidants to fight the oxidative effects of stress, the things in the environment, lack of sleep. We have a new baby that's 5 weeks old, so all those things adding up to me having more gray hair, maybe a few little more freckles showing up, which are kind of, just think of oxidation on an apple when it browns. That's kind of what's happening to you. And we could talk about excess melanin production in particular. My family profile has a predilection for that. But the melanin that is being produced when you have more freckles or things like melasma or pigmentation or things like that, it's actually a protective mechanism because you're releasing, melanin is an antioxidant, you're releasing more of those into the system, but when you do that, it's going to discolor the skin. In particular, that can be a response to excessive sun exposure, which sun is absolutely necessary to, get and synthesize vitamin D. So vitamin C, also aka procollagen, necessary for the formation of collagen. So it's a precursor to things like all the tissues in our bodies, nails, hair, skin, all that fun stuff. Also, you don't want to get scurvy. So vitamin C, this is 500 milligrams. It's also got some bioflavonoids from citrus. I'll double up on this a lot of the times, and then, triple or quadruple down if getting a little sick. But that's a daily thing right there. And I'm not a big multivitamin fan because a lot of multivitamins have, things like copper. It's hard to regulate like what B vitamins, and, a lot of people are overlapping supplements and kind of getting too much of some things, not enough of others. So I tend to break it up and cycle things. So vitamin C, now this isn't, this is not in order of importance. Next would be, this is collagen. This is from Thorne Collagen with nicotinamide riboside. Why I like this product is obviously vitamin C is pro-collagen. Collagen is, a conglomerate of amino acids. Your body basically is a collection of amino acids, and you are an amino acid collecting machine, going after proteins to then synthesize for all the process of our body. But nicotinamide riboside hydrogen malate is what they use in here, and that's just basically helping with cellular repair. NAD plus was really popular by itself there for a while. now becoming a little less so, but I still really like this product. So that's something. You know, throw it in coffee. You can, you know, there's been studies though that collagen in beverages over 85 degrees sometimes breaks down the actual amino acids in the collagen. So something to think about. What do we got next? Zinc. You know, zinc is a mineral, and this is zinc, 15 milligram zinc. You know, you could take a little bit more of this. Zinc has been correlated with treating things, or I don't know if we want to say treat, helping things like acne. If you're sick, you see a lot of zinc, you know, sprays and nasal sprays and lozenges and things like that. But again, zinc is one of those minerals that, you know, as people get more stressed, not only do they need antioxidants to fight the oxidative stress, but you're going to go through minerals because minerals are used as coenzymes, a lot of reactions in your bodies, in our bodies, and zinc is one of the really important ones that gets less and less, or more and more, less and less easy to get as we eat things that, you know, don't have soil on them, are not, you know, coming straight farm to table. Next up, what do we got? Astaxanthin. I'm going to stay on the antioxidants. Let me see if I can put all the antioxidants here together. Yeah. Astaxanthin, you probably heard this before. I like that this says natural astaxanthin as Astareal. This is a Designs for Health product. See, no strong affiliations one way or the other. Astaxanthin, and again, this is a microalgae extracted carotenoid. Carotenoids, think carotenoids, carrots. It's another antioxidant. Remember, your antioxidants kind of go around things like polyphenols. So think of fruits and veggies that have a wide color array. So things like blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, carrots, peppers. Those carrots and peppers will have carotenoids in them. Blueberries, blackberries have things like polyphenols in them. So those are potent antioxidants, which get more and more important as we get older, but they're important our entire life. Bring up next, two different kinds of vitamin D that I'll cycle back and forth with. So this is one from Quicksilver. This is one of their nano emulsification products. I don't know if I can't get too close there. And then this is vitamin D Synergy with vitamin K1. And then this is D3 with K2. This is why I kind of switch these because a little bit different formulation on both. So the Designs for Health product, it's 50 micrograms or 2,000 IUs. Remember the study that said that we needed around 2,000 international units per day was actually flawed. So it's really been established now that around 6,000 IUs a day for somebody that's maybe not getting a lot of direct sunlight or is more fair-skinned is normal. And then if we look at the Quicksilver product, we're looking at 2,500 IUs, and that's 2 pumps. This also has menaquinone in it, which is the vitamin K2. So again, why is vitamin D important? I think it just gets talked about ad nauseum. It's used in well over 20 processes in the body. It is a prohormone. It is something that you have to get from your diet or sunlight, and then also be able to synthesize. I'm one of those few people that has a problem with that synthesis step. So the formulation is important. Speaking about the synthesis step of supplements, something else that's been talked a lot about, and I'd say the last 5 to 10 years, is methylation defects when we look at genetic profiles of people. So this is another Quicksilver product, and this is methyl B complex, which has all of your B vitamins, and a few of these are the methylated version. So like you're going to have methylcobalamin instead of just cobalamin, methylfolate. So what you're basically doing is you're taking the first step out of the deconstruction of these B vitamins, so they're more bioavailable to people that have a genetic SNP that predisposes them to the inability to methylate B vitamins. So again, let's talk about somebody that's maybe under more stress, undue stress. You will burn through B vitamins as you use those B vitamins again as cofactors in a lot of processes in the body. And then if we have a genetic SNP that doesn't allow us to methylate those, you can take a lot of non-methylated B vitamins and literally doesn't help you at all, and actually can be a little deleterious as you build up some byproducts of trying to synthesize those or go through that step in the oh so famous Krebs cycle. So Quicksilver product, methyl B complex. Up next, last, I guess, antioxidant. Well, we can put that in this category for sure. Designs for health. I've bounced back and forth. There's a lot of companies that have a liposomal glutathione. So liposomal means it's delivered on the backbone of a fat molecule. It makes it more bioavailable. So here they're just using phospholipids from sunflower lecithin, which Carnivore MD would maybe get mad at me for taking this. So don't reach out and punch me, Paul Saladino. But what is glutathione used for? Glutathione is used for both phases. You have phase 1 and 2 detoxification. So as you're going through phase 1 detoxification, that's like breaking down of the things that are passing through the liver. Phase 2 is taking care of the oxidative damage that occurred from processing that stuff. Glutathione is necessary for both of those. And again, lucky me, genetic SNP, where I don't produce as much glutathione as other people, which is really common. So that can be important. There are people also that taking glutathione, even in the most bioavailable form, is not a good thing for them because they cannot process it at all, which will actually make them kind of be stuck in that phase 2 of detox. So something to take into consideration. That's why you should work with a functional medicine practitioner, get some blood work done, get with somebody that knows what they're doing, and not just like randomly try supplements. I really like companies like Wild Health that are more of a precision medicine company that are looking at genetics, genomics, and then also blood work in addition to that, with obviously a thorough history, which is what we try to do with our health coaching system at the farm as well. And then another thing that's kind of a detoxer, and this is an herb or a plant based thing, is a nano-emulsified, which Quicksilver again, milk thistle. Milk thistle, really common. We all think of it as like a liver cleanser. It's just a potent, I'm trying to think, this is 30 milligrams. I don't do this every day, but I'll do this a couple days a week. So if you've watched any of my previous videos on my health journey, I literally tracked my own blood work for the better part of a decade. I just kept having these random blips of increased liver enzymes, and then had a couple other issues, and the liver always seemed to be the major area of disturbance, even though we couldn't tie maybe any specific symptoms to it. So at this point, I just do a lot of things to, again, offset oxidative stress, help phase 2 detoxification, give my body what it needs in terms of vitamin D, which is also synthesized within your liver. And yeah, trying to do my best outside of that in my diet. Omegas, I've tried a lot of different ones. I mean, in the fridge downstairs, I have Carlson's fish oil. I've tried, Thorne's Omega Complex. This is Designs for Health, which I'm just trying this for the first time. We've had this in the office forever. This is Cannabo Omega, full spectrum phytocannabinoids, and Omega-3. These have a synergistic action when you put, this has 200 milligrams of both EPA and DHA, and then it says other omega-3 fatty acids, 85 milligrams, and then hemp oil, 100 milligrams. Just it's been found to help because you have omega-3s in hemp, because you can have hemp oil extract, obviously. And you're just getting a full spectrum of omega-3s. And you still do need omega-6 fatty acids. We just tend to get that ratio flipped upside down. Omega-6s are in things like, seeds, almonds, sunflowers, nuts, a lot of the corn chips, things like that people eat a lot of. So it's just a heavier complex in our diet, because not a lot of people are eating, ocean fish and things like that. So crush your sardines, and also you can take some omegas as well. So probiotics, this is Probiomed from Designs for Health. We just did, what is it? PMO3. I need to remember better. Let me pull it up. PMO3, I think, is what it is, by BioOptimizers. Let's look it up real quick. Oh, P3OM. So I was previously I did P3OM, a couple of stayed in the office for, I don't know, a couple months. You know, they're all pretty good because they all have, everybody says that they have their specific strain and all these things. This has 10 different strains. Says that it has 50 billion CFU, shelf stable, microorganisms. So, I don't take this. This says to take one with every meal. I would do that if I was post antibiotic, which I haven't taken for a long time, or I had some sort of stomach bug, or honestly, even if you're getting or feeling under the weather, somebody in the house is getting under the weather, kind of preloading or overloading with probiotics. So maybe if you haven't been taking them, even when somebody has a head cold, sinus infection, can really help because it does give you I'm not going to say immune boost, right? We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. But it does kind of make sure that you've got everything you need to function as best you can. Let's just say that it's not a boost. It's just you got what you need. So those are mainly, in the morning or throughout the day. Some of those you got to take with food. It's important to remember that things like vitamin D, which is a fat soluble vitamin, is better taken with food because it'll be absorbed a little bit better. Some of these have to be taken on an empty stomach, like the nano-emulsifications from Quicksilver, all are meant to be taken on an empty stomach. So a lot of those will take first thing in the morning. And then if you're sensitive to B vitamins like I am, one thing you don't want to do is take B vitamins in the afternoon, just like you wouldn't want to drink caffeine in the afternoon because it can keep you awake at night. Which brings me to my next point of what do I take around nighttime? Something that's been a staple in our house for a long time, and now it's funny. Our daughter Maddox just says, before she goes to bed, she has to have magnesium water. So we put a tiny bit in there, which it tastes really good because it's like a grape flavor. But this is magnesium bisglycinate from Thorne. There's a lot of different BioOptimizers has a Mag3 product. We know there's multiple types of magnesium out there, and then they all get hyped, like magnesium threonate, magnesium bisglycinate. Some of them are not as easily absorbed as others. Some of them you're literally not going to absorb at all taking it orally. This is something that we take almost nightly. My wife and daughter a little more than I do, but I take it almost every night. Do I notice a massive difference? No, but it's kind of the holy trinity, or maybe there's four of what we think people should be taking just based on societal degradation of food sourcing would be, vitamin D, magnesium, omega-3s, and then you could probably say something like vitamin C, and then you kind of go out from there based on personal need. So magnesium, this is a really good thing. It tastes really good. So, and then remember, if you're drinking something at night, use the advice that Andrew Huberman highlighted that for drinking at night, we don't want to just chug something, we want to sip something because you can affect the urination at night just by sipping something versus chugging. So if you chug, you'll urinate more and more often. Okay, so I'm going to bring these two up at the same time. So we have Deproloft HF from Thorne, and then Liposomal Neural Calm, which is bioavailable GABA and L-theanine from Designs for Health. So I won't take both of these. I'll do one or the other. And this is a little newer one, the Designs for Health. But this Deproloft HF, I've taken this for a while. And I was actually taking it in the morning, and then I kind of, wisened up and said, hey, I'll take this maybe mid-afternoon, later in the evening. I'm not taking it right before bed because it does have, B12 we think is like your energy B vitamin. It has 550 micrograms of B12. It's got a couple different pantothenic acid, folate, as methylhydrofolate and methylhydrofolic acid, pyridoxal phosphate, so vitamin B6. But then it also has kind of this, this is supposed to be calming, a de-stressor, L-tyrosine, which is a precursor to HTP, and then you have 5-hydroxytryptophan, which is a precursor to melatonin. eleuthero extract, which is a root, gamma aminobutyric acid, GABA. That's something that we naturally produce. I think it's GABA. Think medications that people that it's like an antispasmodic, anti-seizure, sometimes medication. And then rhodiola extract, which really is, been found to help with, we would call it an adaptogen, but it helps the body recover from bouts of exercise and still have energy later. And then just in the Designs for Health product is gamma aminobutyric acid, or GABA, and then L-theanine. So you can see that, this one doesn't have L-theanine. So L-theanine, for people as well, you'll maybe be familiar with that L-theanine or theanine can help cut or curb the effects of kind of the jitters from something like caffeine. I'm kind of going through my notes here. So those are my last two. I know that seems like a lot, but like I said, I just downed those pills in front of you here. It wasn't that many. I'm cycling a lot of these. I try stuff all the time just based on, what I'm dealing with, different products that come on the market. We're, big sticklers on sourcing. That's one thing that is sometimes a point of contention in the office with patients is somebody comes in and you kind of bring up supplementation, or they bring it up and they're taking things and, maybe they're getting them from a place like Walmart, or, that the company that they just mentioned is not awesome. And that just gets maybe not dangerous, but we just don't want to waste money. In particular, there are people out there spending, $200-$300 a month on supplements, which I am more of a, food first, and for maybe the first 3 months of this year, we're in May right now, I think I was just taking vitamin D, and that was kind of it. Like, I wasn't taking maybe a little bit of the B vitamin stuff. I just took a break for 3 months because I want to see how I feel. Like, the other thing I'm taking a break on right now is caffeine. So I haven't had caffeine for the past week. I'll go 2-3 weeks, see how I feel. I've done that, periodically for a lot of reasons, but you change over time, so you need to change what you're doing over time as well. So I hope you guys learned a little bit today just about what I do. If you have questions about why I do this, or questions about things that you may be taking or thinking about taking, realize that also I do virtual consultations, so we'll put a link up for that. And if you're local, even if you're not local, we can do it virtually. We do health coaching at the farm, so that's something that we can help out with as well. Look forward to my next video, where I'm actually going to go over some of the supplements that we give our kids, in particular when they're dealing with sickness, and another video that I'll be talking about on just the cyclical sickness of putting your kid in daycare.